Bow, what's up, man?
What up, boy?
How you been, man?
Man, working like a slave, bro. What's happening with it?
Man, I'm good. Good to hear from you, man. Long time.
Good to hear your voice. Oh, you already know.
Yo, I'm so super proud of you, Bow. I'm super proud of you,
dog,
man.
My guy. My day one, A1. What up, son?
You already know. The capital city anticipating. The Millennium Tour turned up. I know you don't do interviews no more, man, so we appreciate this.
Nah, for you? Come on, bro. For you? Anytime.
Yo,
anytime.
Man, that's love. Let's chop it up on a couple of things. One of the things that I'm really proud of you, your entrepreneurial spirit. You got the do-rags, the brushes, and all of that. How did that come into play?
Yeah, it's crazy because so many people, they come at me with so many different things, right? And for me, I can't back a project if I'm not organically in it. Like, if it doesn't mean nothing to me, then I can't really do it. But being that, since I was a youngin', always had braids, always, kept my braids tight. That was a part of the whole, Bow Wow brand and whatnot. So for me, I've been wearing do-rags as a kid. It always played a pinnacle part of my daily routine, my as far as my male grooming and everything. So when the opportunity came to me, I had to sit back for a minute, Sean. I'm like, damn, all right, well, Puff got liquor, Ross got champagne, everybody doing this, Kevin Hart got tequila. So the easiest thing to do is to spin off and get into the liquor business. But for me, I feel like once the avenue was already sold up, I'm looking for the avenue with the clear path. So when they came to me about the hair, I'm like, this makes perfect sense. Like, I got to do this. Like, ain't nobody in this arena right now. You know what I mean? I got my own lane. And what's crazy is you brought that up. I just got back in the crib, and I was by the beauty supply store, and I just see my whole face, like the whole cutout, like on the front door of the store. So we making a lot of moves and a lot of rounds with that, and we just gonna keep growing, bro. We got more products coming, but we supplying the hood most definitely. You can't buy a do-rag without my face on it. I'm like the do-rag man now.
That's dope. I like what you said. You tapped into something it's a different lane. Like you said, everybody else got the different spirits, the liquors and stuff like that. Right. But that hair and beauty that's a damn near $1 trillion business, man. There's $1 billion into that. Yeah,
man. And especially not only just that too, but to be with the biggest, hair company in the business with Kiss, I mean, they don't get no better than that. So like I said, it was all about finding a different avenue, something different. Was something that was that was valuable to me. And we know how, if you got waves, if you got braids, that do-rag is like a necessity that you need. It's like more important. It's more important than lotion sometimes. I ain't even gonna cap. You feel me, bro? Like, hey, it's damn near more important than brushing your teeth, the do-rag and that brush. I'm telling you, fellas know what I'm talking about.
And the fact that you in Walmart, that's big. A lot of people don't understand, the significance of having that kind of distribution. That's a major play. That's dope.
Yeah. No, I appreciate that.
Talk to me about your partnership with Slingshot, man. What's that about?
Yeah, so I'm a big fan of Slingshot. Once again, it brings me back to the whole Kiss thing. Like, I was in the midst of buying a car. I wanted something crazy. And right before I bought me something crazy, I was in Miami, and one of my partners had Slingshot, and I had always saw it. And I'm like, damn, I done drove everything. I never had one of those. And I'm like, I need to get one of those. So my manager was like, I think we could put a play together. We ended up putting this play together, and the marriage just happened organically, man. So, yeah, I do have a situation with Polaris Slingshot. And, it's a beautiful marriage. I love cars. Everybody knows that, from the Fast and Furious to just me being a car lover, period. You know what I mean? It was just a perfect marriage for us to get down with each other and do business, man. So I'm happy to be a partner with them, man, and there's going to be more big things to come in the future with me and Slingshot.
You've been able to stay relevant, stay popping for many, many years now. You pulling up over 2 decades now, man. You haven't put out any new music, and I hear a little sneak, clips that you post on IG and stuff like that. Are you ever going to put out any new music, Bow?
It's going to happen. It's going to happen. It's going to actually happen with the doc. So currently right now I'm filming my documentaries. Documentaries can take some time. Hopefully next year I'll be able to put it out. And my goal is to put my last album out with the doc. So the album is pretty much going to be the soundtrack of my life, which is the documentary because it's about my life, but the soundtrack to the actual, Bow Wow movie. And that will be the last one. So that's the whole play is this documentary that I'm working on. Snoop is already a part of it. Jamie Foxx is helping me EP the project. So it's gonna be big, you know. And I've never told my story. It's a lot to unfold, a lot to uncover. You know what I mean, Sean? Like I said, you've been here since day one, so you know you know what I've been through and what I've gone through. But to put it on display and to answer so many questions to what people want to know, and you know, well, why did he do this, or you know, what made him go left, or what made him go right? Like everything that I've ever done, it's all gonna be explained. And at the end of the day, the goal is to get people to really understand. You know what I mean? I feel like I'm so misunderstood, and my whole key is just to win people over as far as, okay, now we see why he did that. Okay, damn, now we see why he made that move. It makes sense. Damn, I would have did the same thing if I was in Bow's shoes. You know what I mean? So I'm really looking forward to this documentary, and that's what I want to conquer. That's what I want to gain from that. But the music gonna come with the doc for sure. And I already got the first single. I've been working, like you said, with just about everybody. I got records with Migos. I got records with you. Whoever you name is there. They just locked in the vault. You know, timing is everything too. You know, I've been on that TV front, the movie front. I just got done filming my new show for BET called After Happily Ever After. That premieres this month. Hosting that, as well as my other new show, Rappers on the Rocks. I got that coming right after this one is done with BET. So you know, I'm all over the place with it. So sometimes I can look and be like, damn, I ain't been in the studio in 3 years. But the time to me moving so fast because I'm doing so many other things that I look up and it's like 3 years later and I'm like, oh damn, you know what I mean? So I know that everybody else when you go put it seems like it's moving slow, but for me it's like, damn, it's like I feel like I put out last week. Like that's how I be feeling.
Yo, you kind of answered the question. One of the questions I was going to ask, you know, about what was the most challenging thing you had to overcome, but I guess we'll have to wait and see that in the documentary, right?
I mean, yeah, it's a lot. You know, it's a lot. Just, you know, understanding me in the story. I think a lot of people feel like they know it, but they really don't know. You know what I mean? Like one of the, and we talk about this on the line, we've talked about this in the past, but one of my biggest obstacles was actually leaving a city that I love to go chase my dream. It didn't have to deal with the scrutiny of me leaving my hometown or them feeling like I left them behind, which to me, I never did. You know what I'm saying? And dealing with that adversity. You know what I mean? Getting people to understand that, damn, sometimes you really do have to leave the nest in order to get bigger, more. You know, if every rapper and every major producer was in Columbus, you know how many, like we would have like 25 of the hottest 30 rappers and R&B singers. Like, you know what I mean? Everybody would have to come there. Yeah. But unfortunately, that's not how it works. You know what I'm saying? So, and you know, I got family. I got so many friends that I got cats that I rock with for days in the city. And you know how many people I've met throughout my journey? I can be anywhere. Cats like, yo, bro, I'm from Columbus. And bro, man, I get it now, bro. I've been, you know, I was in the city trying to get my thing off and it wasn't moving nowhere until I moved to New York. I had to come to New York. You know what I'm saying? So it's like in life, and there's so many talented, dope rappers in the city too, and R&B singers. You got to understand. That's my word. That's my piece of advice to them. Is sometimes you can don't be closed-minded. You know what I mean? If you got a dream and you want to go get it, you got to go get it by any means necessary. Like you got to go get it. And Sean, you understand that because it was a point where you moved out, so you had to go branch off and you know what I'm saying, and come back. So it's like it's the same thing. So for me, in the doc, that's probably one of the top 4, I would say, not number, but one of the top 4 things that I had to overcome with that verse is getting people to understand, like, yo, I'm going to always be Ohio. I'm going, no matter what nobody says, no matter what anything, and, you know, it's always, well, we don't see them. You ain't supposed to see me. If you see me all the time, that means I ain't working. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to be seen. I mean, you know, I got kids. My daughter live in L.A. on the whole other side of the country. So it's like I got so many things, and life sends us through so many loops and twists that, you know, you got to walk the path that God laid down for you. So that was definitely one of my obstacles. Like, damn, man, like, really, you know, leaving friends behind, leaving my whole family, like my dad's side of the family behind. You know what I mean? My mom is from Atlanta. A lot of people don't know that. Like, my mom's side of the family, they all from Georgia. So I look at it like, you know, as a kid growing up, I really didn't understand the responsibility of what that meant. Who was responsible at 13 and 12 and 14 and 15? You know what I mean? So for me, it was like, you know, my mama like, if you're trying to get it cracking, we gotta go home. I'm like, home is here. She's like, nah, we gotta go to my home. We gotta go to Georgia if you're trying to make this thing crack. So me telling that whole story, not to talk too much, but me telling that whole entire story so people really finally understand for clarification, but it's so much more to the doc than just that though.
And let me tell you, Bao, I'll be the first to admit it. I'm biased, right? So whenever the I just moved back to Columbus. Obviously, I'm back on the radio here, but whenever your name come up, I'm always waving your flag. I'm always defending you, because I hear the haters and the naysayers and stuff like that, but I also hear the fans, the people that love you too. Yeah. But I will always wait, with rep. I'm like, nah, y'all don't understand. You got, you was a child when Snoop seen you when he came through to the tour. You know what I'm saying? Snoop took you under the wing, and then you went to JD, and and people don't understand that you grew up in Atlanta, you know what I'm saying? Right. But you never forgot about your home. At least every time I spoke with you over the years, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like I was just in Columbus not too long ago. Like we filmed the BT show after Happily Ever After that I just got done filming. We filmed that in Kentucky. Kentucky down the block. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So on my days off, I was going to the city because I just wanted like the food. I'm like, I don't get it. Like I had to pull up for like 2 days, like 3 days for real. Like on my off days, like I would pull up, and I think that's the thing too. Like just because you don't see me, don't mean I'm not there. Like I'm from a different era. I'm 35 now with 2 kids. Like I'm from the era where I don't post everywhere I be at. You know what I mean? If I ain't getting paid, I ain't letting you know where I'm at. Like that's me. I'm a homebody. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the crib now. It's times where I don't even see my concierge desk for a week straight. I don't even go downstairs. There ain't no need for me to. You know what I mean? But I will say this, Sean, from the bottom of my heart, as a man now, knowing what I know now, if I knew that back then, I could say things could be different, right? And they would be. And even to the haters, I gotta say this, Sean, too, right? Because we gonna always have. Like I talk to Nelly all the time. Nelly gets into St. Louis, Snoop gets in Long Beach. Like no matter where you go, you're gonna get it because people grew up with us. You know what I'm saying? They know us. They don't know me as Val. Some people know me as Shy. You know what I'm saying? And for me, bro, it's just. And like you said, I do have a lot of fans that's still home. Like last year, when we went to Cincinnati and Cleveland, I went to the promoters like, yo, why aren't we going to Columbus?
Right.
Like, how's we doing Cleveland and Cincinnati? I'm not from there. Like it's still Ohio for sure, but I'm not from. Like, why is we not coming to Columbus? So this time, if you look at the schedule, you know what I'm saying? We don't even go to Cincinnati or Cleveland this time. It's strictly Columbus, and that's it. And I wanted to make that a point, like. You know what I mean? I just want the city to know, like, no matter what you hear, if it don't come from my mouth, then it really don't mean nothing. Like, I love the city. You know what I'm saying? I'm still tapped in heavy with the city. And on top of that, like I said, is there things that I could have done better? Yes. But being that I was young and I really didn't know the responsibility of what that meant is, as far as a young kid taking on a whole city on his back, that's a lot of pressure. You know what I mean? So, like I said, I'm grown now. And at a way different place in my life. I'm not the same person. And, I just hope people understand. Like I said, hopefully with the doc, they'll get it. But Columbus going to always be a part of me no matter. I don't care. I can move to Utah and up in the mountains somewhere. Like, it ain't going to make me no difference where I'm at is what I'm repping. You know what I mean? So it's Ohio to the day I die, and that's just how it's gonna be. That's all I know. That in Atlanta, but my birthplace, my heart gonna always be in the city, no matter what.
No doubt, man. I ain't gonna hold you too long. There's a couple things I just want to touch on. But yo, when you come here for the Millennium Tour, I would love to tap in with you if you could set something up with your manager when you come in town. Bro, next week.
I was gonna invite you. Got to come anyway. I was gonna tell you, you good. You gotta pull up.
Okay. Well, hopefully
you gotta pull up.
Hopefully your manager can set it up so I can have access.
That's done, bro.
But
that's done, bro.
There's a couple of things. Number one, I want to just thank you publicly for always shouting me out when you was on 106 and Park on BT's The Basement on the green light the mixtape. When you just shouted me out. Even on the tour, maybe 15 years ago, you had me at the Nationwide Arena front row and shouting me out in front of 20,000 people, man. Thank you for always holding me down, man. And I never got my So Def jacket that you gave me. I never got it signed, Bow, and I still got it.
Man. You still got it?
I still got it. It's in my storage in my office. But I want you to sign it if I could, And there's another thing. I never got a plaque. You know what? I thought that's what you was about to say instead of the jacket. I thought you was like, bro, I never got no plaque for you at all. Bro. Not even first, second, or third. Hey, don't even trip. I got you on both things, bro. Don't worry. The plaque gonna take a little time. Right.
The plaque gonna take a little time, but I got everything else. You ain't gotta worry about it, dog. I promise.
last thing, man, I love what you're doing with your daughter, man. How is fatherhood, real quick, and we'll wrap this up, man. But with your daughter, I see you in her so much, and shouts out to her mother. She's beautiful, man.
Appreciate it.
I think that's going to be your greatest investment. What do you say?
Absolutely. I mean, it's just so dope watching her navigate through this business without me forcing the business on her. I think for me, that's the most beautiful thing. Like, just having her around it. All the times I was on movie sets and video shoots and flying here and concerts here. Like, she seen the Millennium Tour last year and was just, that's my biggest fan. So I look at it like that job is kind of cool. Like, it would influence any kid to want to be a part of this. So for her to choose and decide on her own that this is what she wants to do, I mean, it's amazing, man. I mean, just a lot of celebrity kids that, the parents force it on them, or, celebrity athletes that make their kids try to go fulfill that family name or that legacy and keep it going. Mm-hmm. But it's always dope when it's organic and it's by her own choice and she's making her own decision. So it's so dope. It's so, I even told her, I said, Dad, gotta go back to his hometown. You should come, because she never been to Ohio at all. Like, she don't know nothing. All she knows is LA, son. Like, she is a Cali kid. She's Cali'd out. That's it. Like, she don't know nothing. But, yeah, man, this show right here, dog, not to go off subject, but, this show right here mean the world to me, son. I ain't even gonna cap, bro. I mean, this thing was marked up on my calendar when I told them, like, if we don't go to Columbus this time, I really don't care about going on tour, period. Like, that was my words to everybody. Like, if we not coming home, I don't want to do it. Like, that's just me. I stand on that. So, yeah, man, this show means a lot, not only for the fans, but for me, it's more than just a concert. For me, it's a reunion. I get to see you. I ain't seen you in forever, bro. And to see my grandmother, to see my cousins, to see my aunt, to see my homeboys. We all went to school together. Like, it's been a minute. We don't get a chance to really powwow like that. So for me, I'm looking forward more to seeing the familiar faces and, you know what I mean, and just giving the city one of them epic nights. And it's not just about me. It's not my homecoming or my return. This is me bringing a whole group of artists, from Carrie Hilson to Mario to, you name it, and no telling who I'm gonna bring out. I got a couple special guests we're gonna bring out in the city. So, we like I said, I'm tapped in, bro. We gonna have a good time. We gonna celebrate, and it's gonna be a wonderful night of music, and we just gonna turn all the way up to the max. So I can't wait.
That's what's up, man. Well, safe travels, man, and I'll see you when you get here, my brother. Any last thing you want to say to the city?
Yeah, man, get them tickets. It's gonna be crazy. Like I said, it's been definitely been over 10 years since I performed in Columbus. You know what I mean? And, that's why this means so much. So I want the city to know, from the bottom of my heart, this show right here means most. Like I said, I wasn't even going to do the tour unless you was coming here. Just one city could have just dictated my decision if I wanted to do this or not. So, I can't wait, man. We're going to put on a hell of a show. Y'all know I'm coming with all the energy in the world, and I can't wait, man. It's been over 10 years since I performed in my hometown, and I cannot wait. I'm looking forward to seeing all the familiar faces, the fans. I'm looking to receive just, I just can't wait to rock out with the people, man. That's all I'm coming to do. Just have a good time.
That's what's up, man. Tell your moms I said what's up, man. Peace and love. I love you, bro. I'm proud of you, man.
Man, I love you. Man, you know what's up, bro. Come on, man. You already know what time it is, bro. We have a good time. We'll be there.
All right, y'all. Bow wow. Take care, man.
All right, bro.
Peace.
You know it for life. My God.